Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Alchemy of Light. It is the practice of joy and creating a gift of love for the universe. It is connecting with each other and the act of choosing love that when we put our love energy together, everyone receives the gifts from love. It's an individual experience that will magnify our love by coming together inside the light. Each of us can do something to create change. It is my hope, my dream, for this to be an uplifting and creative experience for you to renew and refresh you. I'm Kate, the Joyful Mystic. Welcome to the Alchemy of Light. I am so grateful for you. Today we have Jay, MaJesstic Oracle, for the interview, followed by a meditation. And I just want to remind everybody that there is a contest for a mystery box. I didn't tell you about the mystery box, Jay, but there's a mystery box. That's a giveaway. And so the way that you enter the contest is simply by putting a comment down in the comment section after the video airs. So don't forget, even an emoji will work for entering the contest. So welcome, Jay.
Hi, thank you. I'm so happy to be here with you again, Kate. It's been forever, and I
It's been
know
over a
YouTube has
year.
missed you. It's been a long time. I mean, we talk all the time off YouTube, but to have us on the same screen is like it's the most joyful thing tonight. I'm excited, and
I'm
thank you
excited.
for having me.
I am too. You know, when I thought about doing this show, one of the things that I really wanted to bring out was the idea that when we are together, whether that's you and me or whether that's you and someone else, that there is a magic that happens when our own light comes together and that alchemy blends and that harmony takes place. And it is just a wonderful place to be, especially when they match, right? We've all had experiences where we've run into people where it's like, oh, I couldn't connect with them at all, or oh, that conversation didn't go the way that I wanted it to. And I don't really want to hit rewind and do it over again. So when the energy is good, when we end up laughing together, when we end up sharing together and it's relaxed and open and all of those wonderful elements of just being together, when the vibration is high, the guides and angels are laughing and talking and doing high fives and hokey pokey and stabbing us.
As
Then,
usual.
as you I know, right? It has been a long time. When was the last time we did a show together? Do you remember?
Ron's birthday last year.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Okay. So last
February.
February. So a year. Over a year.
Yep.
Wow. Oh my gosh. But you know what? There was a lot of things that I needed to figure out. And so I want to thank you for being in my corner. For being in my corner that whole time.
You're welcome.
Through tears, through mysteries, through confusion, through anger, through all kinds of things. I'm so grateful for you. Because
don't make me cry. We just started.
I know we just started, right? But there is so much that that you have given to me that I don't know that I could ever repay, because it was a really hard year. And so we need to pivot. So let's pivot. We will celebrate our friendship. Celebrate the fact that we have a good time.
You are welcome. And I said you are welcome. And thank you for being here for me and our family. And
absolutely.
We won't get it. Yeah. But I'm grateful.
Yeah. Wait, where are the tissues? What's the name of this show?
No.
I know, right?
Joy, tears of joy. That's what we're going to celebrate. Yeah. Hi, everybody in the chat.
Yep. We are really glad that you guys are here. We're not going to say hi to everybody, but because there's a lot of information to get through, but just know that we're here for you. My contact information, if you would like a private reading, of course, is on the website. And I'm going to put up Jay's. So we'll put Jay's information up here. And let's get that going. So if you would like a private reading with Jay, here's how to get in touch with her. And Jay, tell us a little bit about what it is that you are offering, what it is that you do, because you have quite a few magical skills that I think most people aren't even.
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, so where do I start? Well, I mean, you know me as just a normal psychic medium, but we have gone on a journey of past lives together, dream meetups. This is the original Dream Detective, Kate, and you know, that's where that show came from, her and Allie. And now there's all kinds of different guests on that channel now.
Right.
But as far as where I come in, I am just an overall kind of healing type of person. I self-healed myself, and you know, when doctors said it couldn't be done, I did it. And I've just been on a roll trying to inspire others, and you know, working with people to try to, you know, better themselves with energy work and things like that. And it's kind of sky's the limit at this point. So I'm just kind of having my feelers out to see where I'm really needed, because with everything going on, everything is shifting. I'm just trying to kind of gauge the temperature of what's needed, because I think a lot of discernment, you know, not Google, not stuff you can look up, but like spirit discernment on what
Yes.
resonates and what you feel is real and what's fake, and you know, what's AI and all these things. And so I've just been trying to stay quiet and get quiet during this time, so that now that things have kind of spun out of control, someone kind of has to be a little level-headed. And so that's where I'm at. I'm trying to stay healthy, stay vibrant, and stay in my joy, and find those little, you know, tidbits when things get rough. And so I'm kind of ready to get back out there as well, because both of us have taken a hiatus, much needed time for reflection and pivoting and all that. And here we are. Here I am.
Here you are.
So.
The you know, with so much that is going on, I have been noticing, and I'm not in a whole lot of chats, but I have, you know, been popping in now and then to support hosts or co-hosts, or you know, the folks in the chat. I've been noticing an awful lot of discomfort, you know, that people are uncomfortable. And they're uncomfortable in unusual places that they maybe haven't been in before, places where, you know, it's you know, a thistle or a scratchy feeling, or just an electricity that just won't calm down, or maybe it's a mindset that is cycling, you know, the kind of a monkey mind, you know, that just won't become quiet again. And I came to this realization that as light workers and as healers, which, you know, you and I both are, you know, that those are keys, those are hints to the areas within the person's life that needs to be healed and then moved on, okay, and released.
Right.
So heal and release in order for their wholeness to feel normal again. Because in our pure state, in a state where we are authentically who we are meant to be, living the lives that we are living, when those little nudges come up, and when those little prickly moments happen, you don't know where they're coming from, but you want to think, oh, it's out there. It's because I'm reacting to what's out there, when really what you're reacting to is what's inside. So there's something inside that is needing some joy, needing some peace, needing some quiet time. Maybe it's just a good laugh with a friend over the phone. But healers and light workers are busy helping others to get to that place of comfort, so that they understand that we're in this together, that we're doing it for each other. And quite honestly, I'm excited to be a light worker at this time, only because the connection is so good. When it reminds me of, someone told me recently that when people in Switzerland want to have get sunshine, when it's normally pretty cloudy or gray, they take one of those mountain trams that goes up the mountain, and it bursts through the cloud. So
Yeah, I
so
love
the
those.
stopping point, the restaurant or the park or whatever it is outside of the mountain, is above the cloud, and they all stand outside and they all get the sun. Being from
Yeah.
California,
Yeah.
that's a whole different idea about how you get your sun. Okay. But
Exactly.
to me it was to me it was so exciting because in a lot of ways, what everyone is experiencing right now is asking of us to go above the clouds, to
Yeah.
break
Yeah.
through the fog, to go above the clouds and bathe in
Yeah.
that sun, okay? To just bathe in that sun. It was really
Yeah.
an awesome image, and I was really grateful for the conversation. But yeah,
Wow.
we're just gonna break through that cloud stuff, and we're gonna do it
I
together.
think too, it gives you a different perspective of everything, because when you break through that and you're looking down, and even through everything, you know, whether their clouds are wisping by and you get that little break in the air where you can kind of see, it's a completely different perspective of how you're seeing what's really going on, and how small everything looks, and how it's even a different, sometimes it feels like a different realm. Because we used to go up to Whistler and take those little, you know, rides up there, and it would be foggy and rainy and icky, and soon as you break that, you get up there and you don't even want to go back down because you're like, I know what it's like down there. But it's a way to, you know, really be able to look at even the skyline differently. You can see the mist within the air, and you know, the different levels. I think that's really what it's about, is leveling up through this
Yes.
entire situation we're going through. So
Well,
yeah.
and having that trust that says, I'm gonna trust that this is part of the experience that I signed up for. You know, and saying
Yeah,
yes to being here at a really difficult time to be on the planet is really quite
I know.
is really quite a thing to be grateful that we are all together, that we are here, you know, doing this together. And
Mhm.
so, you know, thank you. Thank you to the people in the chat. Thank you for all that are showing up
Yeah.
to watch. Thank you
Mhm.
for those who are watching it after it becomes live. And I really want to encourage you that if you resonate with what our meditation is, with what our conversation is, that maybe there's someone that you know that could benefit from being reminded of how to find their joy again. So I have some
Mhm.
questions for you. And I
Okay.
know that we're going to try and stay on script, just to
We're
keep
gonna
things
try.
scripted. We're going to try. We're going to try.
Yeah,
But you never know where the
just reel me in if I start to go off, because you know, I forget, and we get to talking like we're on the phone, and it
I
just
know.
becomes hours.
It's hours and hours, and the cats come in and they're sound asleep. We're still going.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so
Yeah.
question number 1. What do you do on a daily basis to bring joy to your mind?
Mm. Um, I think of funny things are always something that brings me joy.
Mhm,
Um, Funny things when it comes to my nephew or my daughter, or something they would do when they were younger, or just, you know, we have a way of trying to, whatever goes on in our lives, whether it's good or bad, or just the craziness that happens, I find a way to find the joy and the laughter in it, find the joke, find the humor in it. Um, Kind of like, you know, laughing to keep, you know, from crying. But I think of joyful things, and I have things around my room that remind me all the time, whether it's cards that I've gotten from you, gifts that my daughter's made, you know, over the last couple years when she was in school, or just looking at, you know, pictures of my dad and my other deceased relatives, and that's where I find the gratitude and the joy that I had with them while they were living, and remember to try to keep going every day so that I don't take that for granted. That's my biggest thing, especially with
mhm,
everything going on. So,
mhm.
yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Those physical reminders are so important, right? Because we can
Yeah.
get so wrapped up
Mhm.
in the automatic pilot, you know, that having a physical
Mhm.
reminder is just super important. Thank you for sharing that. So, question number 2. What do you do for your body that allows you to have joy?
I dance.
Ah.
I did it today. I put on that song and I sent it to you. It was the Lauryn Hill Sister Act, Joyful, Joyful, and I get to dancing. That's something that I've always done since, you know, I could walk. And my dad being a DJ and always playing music, you know, even thinking about all the songs that had to do with joy, like Anita Baker, Teddy Pendergrass, Frankie Beverly, and Joy and Pain. I was just thinking of all of these songs, you know, whether it's gospel or R&B or, you know, just all kinds of genres. I was thinking about all of the songs and I started thinking of the playlist. So that's what had me sending you the songs. But my favorite thing to do is just dance and try not to forget that I have other things going on. But then it also moves the energy out and gets the, you know, the endorphins going so that I feel better. And it just kind of helps shake everything off, really, like literally. So
literally, yes. There's a lot of science about how dance is so beneficial for mental health, for your well-being, for, you know, just your state of mind, for shifting your state of mind so that you can change the energy, like what you're talking about. And dancing is awesome. We have a friend that likes to twirl his wife around the kitchen. We won't mention any names, Ron, but, you know, every time we hear it, it does bring a smile. And sharing that kind of information is just so beautiful,
cute.
right? It's so
I
cute.
know, it's so
like,
cute.
oh my gosh, heartwarming, right? Heartwarming.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. So dancing, even if it's, you know, line dancing to, you know, Tell It to My Heart, My Achy Breaky Heart. That's the only song I know of that you can line dance to. So if somebody else knows a better song, let me know, because I would love to know.
You can kind of line dance to anything, but yeah, that's probably
as long as it's not Macarena.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
If I hear, and we got Cinco de Mayo coming up pretty soon here, so there's gonna be all.
Maybe we should do a party. You know,
that would be fun.
That would be really fun, right? I won't
Yeah.
be working, so maybe that would be something that we could do. We could have a little fiesta, a little bit of fun, you know, celebrating.
I love it.
Okay, we'll make it a date. We'll have to figure that out.
Okay.
We'll figure that out.
All right.
Okay, last question. Not last question, but last question in this set. What do you do daily for your spirit to feel joy?
Oh. I sit, I put on binaural beats or like a meditation that kind of has, you know, not fast rhythm, but something slow. I sit, I get quiet, I turn everything off, and I meditate with my crystals. And depending on how I'm feeling or what I'm trying to shift my energy towards is how I choose the crystal that I do. But that's how I start to align all of that together, is the mind, body, and spirit, by trying to kind of sync my brain and sync my body and sync my surroundings. And I'll either light some Palo Santo that special person gave me for the holidays, and, you know, sit with that. But I try to at least get quiet and make myself turn everything off as much as it's, you know, buzzing and my notifications and everybody. But that's the only way I've noticed, is I have to self-discipline, you know, and kind of make myself step away and say, I can't have fun right now. I need to align myself, because if I don't, it takes me a minute to get back to it. But
yeah, that disconnecting from the electronics, disconnecting from the feeds, disconnecting from, you know, the screen that is screaming, you know, the sky is falling. No, it's not falling. Trust me, it's not falling.
Right.
But at the same time, that is sort of everywhere. You know, it can feel like it's everywhere. So having that disconnect, having the discernment, having the discipline to say, you know what, I am going to take this time for me, and I'm going to relax into a spiritual practice. So it, in some ways, at least for me, becomes a requirement. How do you make it a requirement? How do you make that a requirement?
After you learn that lesson of, you should have listened to your spirit and your higher self and all the other bells and whistles that are going off telling you, you know, if you don't do this, this will happen, that'll happen, you'll get off, your sleep will get off, you'll get into an unnecessary fight or a tiff with somebody, or you may, catch some energy that just doesn't want to go away. It starts to stick with you. And I kind of call it, checking out to check in. So I check out, you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
I
no, I
check
love
out
that.
and block everything off in order to check in with everything.
Right.
And that
And make it
I
a
realize, that I realize, as much as I love everyone I interact with, I get so much more of a replenishment and like
yeah.
an energy when it's kind of like after you work out or you take a walk or something and you're like, God, I'm so glad I did that, even though I didn't want to do it and I was fussing about it. You feel better about it, and then everything, it's just getting back into that habit and
Right.
having to just kind of say no to everything electronic and social media.
Yeah.
And that's hard sometimes when everybody wants to go here and go there, and you're just like, I do too, but right now my mind's not right and I know it, and in order for me to help others, I have to get myself right. And so
Mm,
it's always been a thing where it's like, oh, I can't play, I
mm.
have to adult and take care of myself. And it's happened many times, but
Absolutely.
it's proven right,
Oh my
for
gosh.
me personally.
Yes.
Yeah.
So recently I was watching an interview and they were talking about how they brought Quincy Jones, Quincy Jones. They brought Quincy Jones up on
Of
stage.
course.
Of course,
Yes,
right?
we
Um,
love Quincy.
so, he's known for so many amazing things. But the
Yes.
uh, the gentleman said that he asked Quincy Jones to explain some of his problems and how does he deal with problems. And
Mhm.
Quincy Jones said, "I don't have any problems." And the host said, We all do. What do you mean you don't have any problems?" And he says, "Well, I don't call them that. I call them puzzles. I have
Ooh,
puzzles." I know, right?
I have
Isn't that a nice
puzzles.
shift? I love that. So,
Yeah,
right, it brings in a sense of adventure, a sense of play, a sense of,
yeah.
solving something that is
Solving,
really
solving.
an
Yeah.
right, solving something. Instead of it
Yeah.
owning something of negativity, it becomes something light and actually very positive in movement,
Mhm.
that there's movement in solving the puzzle. A problem just kinda
Right.
sits there like a you know what.
Right.
And so
Mhm.
this quote that he shared this week was to me was just like, I was like, "Oh my gosh, what a wonderful way
I
of
love
thinking
that.
about
Yeah.
moving through your day, about moving through your week, through your month," right? It's
Mhm.
just a puzzle.
Exactly.
It's just a puzzle,
Right.
and it'll unfold, and the pieces will
And
come together. It'll be okay.
right. Yeah.
It'll all make
And if some
sense.
are missing, it's okay too. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
check the cat.
mosaic in a way. Yeah.
Check the cat. Yeah,
Exactly. Check the cat.
yep.
Yes.
Check
Yes.
the cat. Check the cat. Okay,
Yes.
so, have you noticed a difference when you incorporate these practices in your day, every day? Have you noticed a difference in your life?
I'm smirking only because you said the magic C word and now he's out there scratching at the door.
Uh-oh, kitty.
Everyone knows Ziggy. There's some people in the chat who know Ziggy because their own cats do the same thing that Lucy does with Ziggy. As
Yeah.
soon as they start to sense that you're on screen, they start scratching at the door.
Scratches at
So
the
I'm sorry, it was distracting me. Can you repeat the question one
Oh,
more
that is
time?
so cute. Oh, that is so cute. Wussy can't come in, though, because she started walking across keyboards, and you walk across a keyboard in the middle of a show, and people are like, "Are you okay? What are you typing?"
Exactly.
But I'm not typing. My cat is. My
You
cat is
you
typing.
it,
It's yeah,
exactly, and some kind of code.
yes. So, can you describe the difference that putting an intentional practice of inviting joy into your life, can you describe what a
Mhm.
difference that practice has made for you?
Oh yeah. Um, it's been the difference on how quickly I can go from one mood to another.
Mm,
Um, when I can tap into that thing that I can think of, or that joy that it brings me, or when I think of my mom, her name is Joy, And so growing up, it's like there were certain ways that my dad, he would play songs that had to do, especially around Christmas, that had to do with her, her name being in it. But
Mm-hmm.
I always idolized the way that she worked for a law firm, and she was able to, no matter what was going on, the chaos was going on, you would never know by looking at her and watching her work that everything was about to just hit the fan. She had this way of just keeping, and she would think of little things that would just keep her calm. And it was the difference between how she reacted and going from one mood to another, or, that coming home and having 3 screaming girls because she, worked later. But I pride myself in the way that I can go from going through all the things that I go through and been through, and being able to have that not show or think of a way to mentally kind of snap myself out of it, or think of a keyword or a song or something funny or your laugh to get me to change my focus and raise my vibration.
Yeah.
Because your laugh, it's that joyful and that joyous that it's little things like that. But it's the
Oh,
difference between walking around with like a funky attitude all day, or just knowing that that's just the puzzle piece or the puzzle, and I'm just going to put it to the side in the corner of the table and deal with that later. And we're going to move on to this next one, and being able to switch and not carry that around. That's been the biggest difference, is being able to disconnect from it, because otherwise everyone else gets that same thing that I'm bringing around, and that's not fair. That's not fair.
right. The amount of effect that we have on those around us is noticeable. It's
Mm-hmm.
noticeable when we are comfortable. It's noticeable when we're not comfortable. And it's even more noticeable when we emanate that joy, because what happens is it just comes out naturally. It just flows
Right.
out. Like the end result from exercise is that endorphin kick in, which I used to say, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't ever get endorphins.
Yeah.
Where are my
Yeah. It's
endorphins? Are
that.
they on holiday or something? Because I don't know what you're talking about. And it wasn't until someone till someone explained to me that it was hours later that you could feel a
Mm-hmm.
sense of peace from exercising.
Mm-hmm.
That there's this
Yeah.
delay sometimes in how your body responds, but it does
Yeah.
respond. And it's the same
Right.
thing with when you are feeling joy, when you are feeling in peace, when you have love that you are sharing with the world, and
Right.
it's making a difference. So it's just,
Yeah.
do you feel like the people around you notice when you are shifted into, I mean, I know there are a lot of
Yeah.
people around you that count on you to be the anchor,
Yeah.
to be that solid. If Jay's okay, the world's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, they can tell, because it's like, okay, we all know what's going on, and they do look and they think, okay, depending on how, even my daughter, she'll be like, I don't know if I should ask. And depending on certain ways that I look, I'm very expressive, or even my demeanor, she can tell that even though all this stuff's going on, and she knows that I'm probably chaotic in my head, I have a way of, because she's an empath and a psychic too, and that's really hard to lie energetically. It's damn near impossible when it's your own child or your
Mhm.
husband. You know what I mean? It's just one of those where you have to say, look, I can try to pretend, but they're going to see all through that. So I just
Right,
need to stand in my actual power
right.
and sit in it and let it move through me,
Mhm.
um, like any other emotion, and then
Right.
let it go, literally. Um, and that's been the way. But I mean, they do notice, because one, it's like there's something about, I've been told that whatever's going on and everyone's panicking, and I happen to say, let's do this and let's do that and why not, and let's, go outside and do something crazy or ride scooters. And that's when they'll be like, okay, she's not you know what I mean? Like, even though she should be, like, even though, look, are you okay? Like, really? And I'm like, no, I am, because right now there's nothing that we can do about it. We can sit
Mhm.
here and freak out, but that's not going to do us any good. So
Right.
instead, let's go get some junk food. Let's, go down the street, or depending on the time of year, or, make it half and half, like strawberries and chocolate, like even out, a little bit of, your food palette. But I think when I genuinely do it and I ask for help, with my guides and everything, that's also a big difference, because knowing that I can't do it alone and then surrendering to get that, I know that I give off a resonance as well. And even just the word joy and the whole meaning behind it has a different resonance than, let's say, love or cheer or happiness. At least I can tell and sense it, that joy gives off something different.
Absolutely.
I'm glad
It totally does.
I'm glad you're bringing that to the forefront, you know, because everyone's talking about love and heart-centered, which is great. But this year, I think it's about finding the joy in all of the madness. You got to find something.
Yeah, got to tap into it.
So, yeah.
And it really does need to be sort of a thing, the kind of thing that you want to do every day. You know, you like, for me, I start the day with joy. It in my mind, whatever I am processing up here, whatever I'm processing here in my heart, starts the path to move forward through the day. So if I have decided that my day, it's my day, is going to be full of magic, it's going to be full of wonderment and surprises, spirit surprises, angel surprises, okay, solutions, you know, experiences that might surprise and delight me. If I want to send that out into my day, it has to start somewhere. It has to start from me giving it the priority to send it out first thing in the morning. It's not going to do me any good to send it out in the middle of the night, because, I mean, unless dreams are waking you up and you're like getting goofball and crazy, and your guides are like saying, "Hey, you know, we thought you got this lesson and you didn't, so we're giving it to you again." No, I'm kidding. That's another show. But in the event,
we've been there.
In the event that you that your desire is to have a more magical day, how can, in the question that you want to provide to the universe is always going to start with the word how, because they're not going to work on anything other than the how. They already know the why, they already know the what, and they're working with you, and that's the who. Okay? So if you are asking the universe, how can I make today really magical, really lighthearted, really full of wonder, really full of joy? How can I do that? I release that into the universe from my heart through the day. Okay? That energy going ahead of me, so that whatever is happening is being prepared ahead of me to allow those fun little pieces of, you know, fairy dust here and a little sparkle of giggle over there,
Sprinkle
and a
there.
goofball experience over there. Or maybe it's a goat video that makes me laugh my you know what off, because goats are so funny. I know. They're so funny.
They're so funny. They're cute.
The intention of understanding how the universe works and understanding how the energy works. Einstein says we're all energy. Everything is energy. So match the energy that you want to have going out, and set that menu item up. Put your order in early. In fact, put your order in first thing in the morning if you can.
Exactly.
To start the day. To start the day. So one more question. When you make that pivot out of confusion or upsetness or chaos, and you pivot into joy, what does that feel like? How could you tell someone how to do that? How do you do that?
Well, it feels like a different kind of release, or a new breath of fresh air. Or like the way that your clothes come out of the dryer and you've had like the perfect little, you know, dryer sheet smell and it's all warm. That always makes me think of, like, no matter how old the clothes are, that kind of energy of joy and just that special scent, because scent also really plays a part in changing your brain, in your mind, or bringing you back to a memory that lights up your brain and your heart. And so I like keeping familiar smells that I love or grew up on that I could go back to as a kid, so that when I can't handle the adulting and there's too much going on,
Mm-hmm.
I still watch cartoons, I still watch movies, I still say every word and every line to some of the oldest, movies there is, and we still have VHS tapes, but just different ways, because sometimes the same type of thing or the same go-to doesn't always work
Right.
depending on what you're going through or the time. So
Right.
sometimes my normal go-tos of like putting on music or watching funny videos or, sending someone something funny. I like
Mm-hmm.
to do that. It's like sometimes I sit and I sense like who in my life or in my orbit needs a little bit more something than I
Mm-hmm.
do that I can
Mm-hmm.
provide. And just giving that also causes the endorphins and the joy to come, because you never really know what someone's going through, and they just might need that extra giggle, or like that extra meme that really, even if it is a meme that has to do with the madness going on in the world, but it's a funny one that most people aren't looking at because they're too focused on the panicked part. And it's
Right.
like, can we clearly make a joke out of what's going on?
Right.
But I would just suggest trying different things and what works for you, um, and then writing them down and remembering that that is what you go to for the situation, and
Right.
then
Exactly.
realizing that it may not work for everything, but it's a way to kind of build, like we talk about our spiritual dictionary when we get hits in the universe and when people
Mm-hmm.
talk to us and spirits talk to us. It's a way to gauge on how to go through the peaks and valleys of life.
It's awesome.
So
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, I just wanted to share really quickly about today's meditation. And thank you for sticking around for it. And I hope that when you listen to it, that you're not driving, and that it brings you the intended outcome that I had in envisioning this meditation. Um, I felt this morning that there needs to, like I mentioned before, have a way for us to clear old, sludgy, whatever's holding us back, whatever feels like
yeah.
it's, time to get rid of that and to remember who we are and to come back to who we are. And so today's today's meditation invites in freedom, and I'm going to invite freedom to join us in our love energy as well as our regular sending our love to the world, because we can do that, because that is what we're here to do. So if you guys just want to get comfortable and close your eyes if you want. Closing your eyes is a way to just become more focused. And if I look away from the camera, then you'll understand that it's to look at the notes, obviously. Okay, so let us prepare this meditation by asking Source, guides, and angels, and all loved ones through all lifetimes to help us by forming a protective filter that only allows in the highest forms of loving energy to be with us now. With grace and gratitude, we acknowledge all the gifts of love, both seen and unseen, that we have been and are being given to us now. So let's start the meditation. Please settle into a comfortable position and begin by taking in 3 slow breaths. And as we breathe in joy. And we breathe out stress. And breathe in wonder. And breathe out doubt. And breathe in excitement. And let's just sit for a second and let those 3 beautiful energies surround us: the joy, the wonder, the excitement. Today, for this meditation, I need you to remember a fun summer day. And if there isn't one that comes quickly to your memory, from your memory, it's okay. Make one up. There are no limitations. So we're looking for a fun summer day. I want you to visualize the curiosity you have of where are you going to go on this magical day? Where would you go? Would you be searching for a new adventure? Know that in every step, the earth is supporting you, even if this is a new path. Look around. What do you see? Trees, grass, rolling hills maybe, flowers, and maybe there are bees on the flowers. Are there birds? Are there kitties? Are the kitties jumping up to try and get a butterfly and not making it high enough? It's really a magical day. And just notice how you feel. Do you sense confidence of being capable and strong? Are you happy that the day is of your making in complete ease? It's not complicated. It's carefree. Nothing is hard. Yes, this is magical. And the reason it's magical is because you make it magical. It's coming from your spirit, and you are remembering freedom. Take a moment and really absorb what freedom feels like. All is as it should be. All is well. And as we feel freedom, we release any energy that may be blocking your dreams. Freedom is gifted to you from your first breath. It is source light. It is white with glimmers of silver and gold and comes from your crown chakra. Remember, you are fierce, and you are a fierce peace keeper, enveloped inside the energy of freedom. Feel that white glimmering energy with the silver and gold running through it. Feel that coming around you. Feel it above your head, down to your feet. Feel it circling you and running through you. Sacred, divine, white, beautiful light. And now let us bring out the light of our love light. From our hearts, that beautiful emerald green with the gold sparkles all through it. And see how it dances with the white and the gold and the silver. Love loves freedom. Watch it as it dances. Again, above you, below you, all the way around you and through you. Let it fill every part of you, coming from your heart, blending you with the source light. That source light, that divine light, so beautiful. Notice how it dances, it pulsates, and pushes away anything that no longer serves you. And as we prepare to give the gift of freedom inside the light of love, take a moment and just absorb it. Quiet all those false messages in your mind. You are safe. You are held. And you are loved beyond measure. You are magically divine, with such heart and love that your guides and angels sing to the stars. Celebrate every time that you smile, every time that you laugh. Just relax into your true self, into who you truly are. So now, as we have merged the energies, we energize ourselves. We send this energy to each other and all in need of freedom, all in need of tenderness and joy. And our love, unafraid and powerful, knowing that it will magnify out into the universe. Feel that lightness, feel that confidence. It is you, who you really are. Know that this energy we send out meets with all the other loving energy to surround our planet and change what needs to be changed and healed. Know that it affects the universe and that all beings in light celebrate that we offered our gift of love today and always. Know that whatever you put out, whatever you give away, always comes back. It is an ever lasting, always replenishing love. Infinite sea of beautiful love for you, for the planet, for the universe. Take a few moments and just breathe. We will come back now to the present moment. Thank you for sharing your love, for being here. You are so loved. And so ends the meditation.
So it is.
I'm sorry, what?
Am I on mute?
No, you're not on mute.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. Because I was trying not to breathe all into the mic because you're like, breathe. And I was like, wait, people can hear me. Hold on. Let me see if I can. So I don't know if it worked or not because
Oh my gosh.
I
Do you
haven't
feel
used the
different?
mute yet. But
Do you feel any
yeah,
different?
lighter. I realized I was rocking back and forth, and I tend to do that when I'm trying to like work out energy. So now the black tourmaline under my feet, I'm going to make sure to put that in the new moon and cleanse that because I feel like all of that got released. So thank you. That was beautiful.
Yes, because we have the parade of planets coming, right? Parade of planets are coming tomorrow, this weekend,
and we have the new moon in Pisces tonight. So lots of emotion, lots of psychic energy, lots of and that's the other thing I think during this time too, is to try to discern and kind of move through those feelings of being uncomfortable, like we were talking about, because a lot of times people want to check out, and the Neptune energy as well, they want to check out and use different vices and make things kind of foggy, and that's sometimes really hard when you just don't want to deal with stuff. So I think it's something to pay attention to, that those feelings are here for a reason and we should probably address them. So thank everybody here for spending, you could be anywhere, but you are here, and hi to all the new people that came in.
Yes, thank you
Makes me
so much for being
excited.
here with us. It's so exciting
Yeah.
because you're right. You could choose to be anywhere, and choosing to be with us and choosing to send your love with our love out into the universe is spectacular. It's just spectacular.
Exactly.
It is such a beautiful gift. I'm so grateful that we can do this, that there's a way to do this. I don't know, maybe we should do it more often.
I'm just grateful that you're back, you know. I know a lot of people have missed you.
Oh,
And so yeah, I know I have. So
awesome. Well,
I'm
I've
happy, yeah.
I've missed being here. I've missed the people in the chat. And some of the names that are popping up have just been, oh my gosh, yes, welcome,
I
welcome,
know.
welcome, welcome back, welcome, doing. So just as a reminder,
Yeah.
after the video is up, be sure and put a comment, even if it's an emoji, so that you'll be entered into the mystery box giveaway. You can enter as many times as you want. The more that you enter, the more entries you will have in that cute little hat that I'm going to pull out of probably fairly soon, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
You mean
So
like a dream hat?
a dream hat.
You
That's
never
awesome.
know.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we could do another dream show too. I do miss that as well. The dreams are
Yeah.
so right now, especially with Neptune. You're gonna if you guys
Exactly.
have a dream that you need interpreted or something that's worrying you and it sticks in your mind, remember if you remember your dream, it's
Yep.
not a dream, it's a message. So I would
Yep.
love to help you figure out what that is for you. And any way that we can help in any way that we can, reach out to us. We need to be connected, feel connected, know that
Yeah.
you're connected, know that you're welcome to get in touch with us.
Yeah.
Okay, directly.
Or
So
if you see any of us in your dreams, that happens too. So if Kate's coming in your dream, you know, it's probably real. It happens all the time.
is that what that was? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jay. Thanks for coming. Will you come back? Will you come back again?
Yeah,
We'll change the
of
we will
course.
change the questions. We'll make different questions. But it's a delight to have you.
Any
And
questions? Yes, I love doing shows with you.
awesome.
Always.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And thank you for being in the chat. And with that, we'll say goodnight.
Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams.